The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your SuperChats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
It's game day, baby. Do the Jets have what it takes to upset the Pats in Foxborough? Matt O'Leary will join us, and we'll break down all angles of the matchup. It's the Jake Asman Show, live on a Thursday, Jets game day. And let's hit it and get it started.
There's a number of things that I think about every morning that get me excited about being a part of this job. And plus, I just love what the hell I do.
The 2025 New York Jets season is officially here. Can Aaron Glenn lead the team back to the playoffs and finally deliver on the promise this roster has shown? Every step of the journey, the Jake Asman Show will have you covered, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super Chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now. Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is time to talk all things New York Jets football with our guy, Matt O'Leary, who joins us now. Matt, the Jets play tonight. You're getting married next week. How are we feeling as the Jets are trying to get their third straight win?
Yeah, busy times right now for me, which is all good things. But I'm excited for a little Thursday night football, and I'm hoping that I'm not setting myself up to get hurt a few hours from now. I'm not crazy enough to predict the Jets win, but if they come out and lose 30-6, maybe I feel a little naive for being excited today.
Yeah, it'd be nice for this Jets team to go out there, prove everyone wrong, and actually win this game. But I'm not even asking for that. What I would like to see tonight is a team that shows some fight, a team that has a chance to win, a well-coached game by Aaron Glenn and the staff. I think we're at a point now where we just want to see improvement throughout the remaining games here. I mean, they've won 2 in a row, but you've beaten a bad Browns team, and you beat maybe the worst defense in the league in Cincinnati. You go out there tonight and look the part. That's not nothing, even if they don't win the game against a Patriots team that right now likely has the inside path to actually being the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, they're the hottest team in football. They've rattled off 7 straight wins. They look like the best team in the AFC. The Jets are double-digit road underdogs for good reason in this game. Vegas isn't giving them much of a chance. And, unfortunately, there's a path to, and I could see a game where they lose by, 14 points or more. But to me, I have a low bar for this game, which is not asking for a win, but just asking for them to keep it competitive. And I think, everyone's expecting this game, nationally to be just, an easy walk in the park for New England. But even if, I don't know, you get to halftime and it's like 10-7 at the half, I think, people would be expecting New England to be running away with it. So I think there's still an avenue for Aaron Glenn to continue to show the signs of improvement, even if the end result isn't a win at the end of the day.
We'll be live for our post-game show following tonight's game, Jet fans. So win or lose, we'll be live. Hopefully it's a post-game party and not more of a post-game therapy session. But, hey, we'll be here for you, win or lose. You had a great tweet on the game, Matt, I wanted to pull up. You tweeted this morning, big measuring stick for Aaron Glenn and the Jets tonight. Same old Jets lose this one 30-6 and are embarrassed on national television. Can you keep it competitive as double-digit road dogs? Would be nice to see. And if you look at this Jets team, Matt, the head coach, after they lost to Tampa in week 3, said, we're not the same old Jets. Well, to your point, they get killed tonight. You're exactly like the Jets teams of the past. So I'm with you. Finding a way to be in this game, that will show me a lot about this coaching staff.
Yeah, and my thought was okay, you won 2 games in a row. The fan base is starting to come around on Aaron Glenn, and not even saying that the Jets have to win this game and that's the expectation, but the narratives this week have been a lot different than what we were getting into before the Cincinnati game. We were talking one and done and a whole bunch of other things. All that good vibes goes away if they lose 30-6 and Justin Fields throws for 25 yards and it's just an ugly, embarrassing game on Thursday Night Football when everyone's getting their jokes off on Twitter. So I don't want to see that. I want to see, hey, you know what? The Jets didn't win this game, but I thought this would be a blowout. It wasn't. Drake May had a final drive at the end, and they were just a better team, so they won. that to me, like I've been saying, I think would be, a positive sign that, hey, maybe this coach is figuring it out a little bit.
What's the path to having a chance in this game, and like your ideal scenario for the Jets to do what you're talking about? How does that happen?
Yeah, I think they have to do something that they only done one time, which is create a turnover on defense. It'd be nice if they got their first interception. The special teams unit needs to continue to play well. I don't think it's fair to expect two touchdowns from the special teams this week. But, Austin McNamara has been a great punter. That's got to continue. Nick Folk's got to hit all his field goals. And offensively, I think it's one of those games where you're just going to lean on Breece Hall. We saw it in the second half against the Browns. We saw it for most of the game against the Bengals as well. And I just think with how Justin Fields has looked throwing the ball, I know that the Patriots have a really good run defense, but so do the Browns. And the Jets were able to have success in the second half last week. So I think the path to have any semblance of an offense this week, offense has to run through Breece Hall.
Totally agree. And look, I just think for them to have a chance tonight, hey, Justin Fields, you got to play like an NFL quarterback, Matt. In half his starts, he's at under 60 yards passing. 3 of his last 4 starts, he's at under 100 yards. Most in the NFL. It's not sustainable to play quarterback that way. If they want any chance to win tonight, to me, it starts with Justin Fields making plays with his legs, making plays down the field, actually giving his receivers a chance to go and make a play. We know there's no Garrett tonight. Like, house money, man. You got nothing to lose. Let it rip. Don't be afraid to try and take some chances downfield.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I'm hoping A.D. Mitchell plays this week and they start funneling some targets to him in the passing game, especially without Garrett Wilson. And unfortunately, in the game against Cleveland, Justin Fields didn't complete a pass that went more than 5 yards down the field. Like that, it's a minor miracle they won that game against the Cleveland Browns with that kind of quarterback performance. And I find it so funny that, I thought we had it bad with the Zach Wilson truthers. The Justin Fields truthers are coming out of the woodwork in my comment section, Jake. I don't get it.
Me too, man. Me too. Because I've been big this week on, I'm tired of watching Justin Fields not throw downfield and have games where he looks completely unplayable. Like, to me, it's not even about like winning these games. It's more about like, hey, do we need a number 2 and number 3 wide receiver this offseason? Is Mason Taylor truly a starting tight end, or do we need to add another like tight end 1B? Do we have something with this offensive line? Like, they look pretty good, but some of the stats aren't great to the O-line because Fields holds onto the ball forever. So eventually you allow pressures. Like, I want to be able to properly evaluate this team, and really the offensive play caller too, Tanner Engstrand. We think he's going to be here next year, and the Jets could have a rookie quarterback that he's in charge of developing. It's tough to know if he's doing a good job or not when Justin Fields goes out there and he doesn't look like an NFL quarterback in 4 of his 8 starts he's played this year.
And yeah, you're right. It's been about half the time, which is a scary thought. I know that Aaron Glenn hasn't officially named the starting quarterback for this game. I would imagine Justin Fields is going to start after their 2 wins, but I don't think the leash should be crazy long, right? Like, if for whatever reason, I talked about a scenario where it's a 10-7 game at the half, but let's say it's even like, I don't know, 6-0, and the Jets have another half of negative yardage in passing offense when you factor in the sacks, then I think they should absolutely consider a change going to Tyrod Taylor, assuming health, right? I'm assuming Tyrod Taylor's healthy. I have no indication to feel otherwise. And, I think in that scenario, I think they should turn it over to Tyrod Taylor.
Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Matt O'Leary is with us here as we preview tonight's Thursday night showdown in Foxborough. The New England Patriots have won 7 straight. Our presenting sponsor is FanDuel Sportsbook. And right now, if you look at the line, the New York Jets enter tonight's game as a double-digit underdog. 12.5 points is the spread. So if you like the Jets, you could bet them on FanDuel, plus all the other props, over-unders, special bets, you name it. FanDuel's got everything for you tonight for Thursday Night Football, the Jets and the Pats. Matt, what's your take on Glenn versus Cimini versus the media? He is not going to tell you the injury report. We do have the official injury report that the Jets are required to put out. But what was your take on the back and forth this week between Glenn and the media, part 1000, since he's been hired?
Yeah, you know what? I thought it was funny. I got a laugh out of it. I think part of it was joking around. I thought, Rich handled it well. Like I saw his response to your tweet. It was very funny. And I think it's getting a little blown out of proportion nationally. Like it seems like the narrative's like, oh, this guy's not going to be back next year. He's going to be, done for. With all the trades the Jets made, it would be very, very, very surprising, even more so than it was a few weeks ago, if they decided to just say, you know what, we're going a different direction. It is what it is. I'm not overly worked up about it. I got a laugh out of it, and that's kind of just where I'm at with it.
Just win games, nobody cares. I just feel like he's constantly picking battles that are unnecessary. And for a guy who said that he didn't want any distractions, right? No celebrity quarterbacks, no Aaron Rodgers. It feels like Glenn makes himself the story every week with this stuff.
Yeah, and that's fair. I'm not going to say otherwise. That's totally fair. It does bring some extra attention to him. Maybe, I don't know the reasoning behind it, but maybe he's doing it to keep the attention off the players. I don't quite understand, but it's not like they're going to be asking the players anyway, like, what's your injury status for the game? It doesn't really work that way. So I don't know. We'll see if it continues. But like you said, winning cures all. So if they somehow make it 3 in a row, he could say whatever he wants at the podium next week.
That's right. I mean, just win. And look, they win tonight. I don't care how you do it. Like, that is the signature win of the Glenn era. And then you could finally start to believe, maybe we do have something here with this staff, because it was so bad during the 0-7 start. They won 2 in a row. You're champions of the state of Ohio. Now it's a different level of competition, not even just tonight, but the following week. You're playing a Ravens team that's going to need the game for their playoff situation after losing Lamar and getting off to a brutal start. They need every win. Like, to me, if you're the Jets, you got 8 games to go in this season. Let's look at it, realistically. You're probably not going to win tonight against the Ravens, probably not going to win the second Pats game, and Buffalo very well might need that game. But these other games here, they feel winnable. Like, the Jets should not be a team that finishes now just 2-15. That will give me major concerns with this head coach, who's probably still not going to go anywhere at that point, and he'll get 2026. So I'd like to see real improvement down the stretch. The 2-game winning streak is a nice start, but now you got to prove it actually meant something by showing up and looking competent tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, you look at the stretch after the Baltimore game, Atlanta's such a hot and cold team. Miami at home is a team that you feel like you should be competitive against. Jacksonville on the road might be a little bit tough, but they haven't been playing great, honestly, after their good start. And New Orleans, I know they just beat Carolina, but they're a very hit or miss team too. So I agree with you. I personally don't want to see this team go 2-15. I don't know where you stand on the whole tanking discourse, but I want to feel good about this coaching staff going into next year. And, even if they rattle off a couple more wins, we're talking about maybe at best a 5-win team. You're still probably picking somewhere around the 5th overall pick in that spot. And if you can't find the answer with a top 10 pick, then I have some big concerns about the general manager and head coach at that point.
Especially when you have now all this draft capital to be flexible with what you need. If you got to move up a little bit to get your guy, to me, that was the whole purpose of making these trades when you trade away Sauce and Quinnen, to be able to put yourself in position to get your quarterback and then surround him with what he needs to be successful.
Yeah, without a doubt. And we'll see. Like, if they genuinely love Fernando Mendoza, who they went and watched this past week, they have the capital to go up there and do it. I don't know how this draft is going to fall out. We're still many months out from the NFL draft. It could be one of those where a quarterback's not going number 1 overall. If they end up with the 3rd pick, they might end up having the chance to take the first quarterback off the board. So honestly, I'm in the camp of like, let's just let this play out. I can't, go nuts over the team winning in week, 10 and 8 and be like, oh my God, they absolutely killed their draft stock. I just can't do it. If we're in week 18 and they beat, the Bills resting their starters 6-3, then yeah, I could understand the frustration there. That's obviously a different conversation, but right now I'm fine with the wins.
Are you ready to debate endlessly, not just which quarterback to take, but the old, hey, do we do it now or do we wait till 2027? Because I'm already getting calls on that, and it's November. This is going to be a bonkers offseason of just everyone yelling at each other over what to do at quarterback, and then obviously which quarterback to even take. It's going to be ridiculous.
Oh, it's the best. Yeah, you can't make it up, right? We got about 4.5 more months to talk about whether they should take one this year, next year, or trade You got to trade. You have
Right.
the trade option
Trade back,
available.
get every pick ever. Be the Thunder and be like these other teams in the NBA that have every draft pick over the next 30 years.
Yeah, no, there's a ton of options. It's going to make mock drafting fun, but I'd rather go through and talk about important games on the Jets schedule and them winning. That's ultimately my goal here. I want to cover a winning football team.
Yeah, that would be nice. Hit the like button if you guys are tuning in. It is game day. We always step up our giveaways when the Jets are playing in prime time, and this is the last prime time game of the year. So here's what I did. I purchased this morning a signed helmet by the GOAT, Darrelle Revis. That's right. Darrelle Revis signed helmet is the raffle prize. If we get enough memberships by the end of the show, we're going to need 30. We're at 15 right now. I will raffle it away at the end of this very show. So we're 15 away. Now, why are we 15 away? That's because we've had the community come together. Bucks fanatic, who's not even a Jet fan. He just loves the show. He watched Revis on the Bucks. He's in the raffle for 5. Logerado, he is a diehard Jet fan. He is in the Asmaniac raffle for 10.
You tell me how crazy I am. I just took 4 chair headshots.
That's right. Let's go. Anthony in for 10. That is the prize. If you don't win, well, guess what? Our top prize in the weekly raffle Tuesday is another Revis signed helmet. Also a LaDainian Tomlinson signed Jets jersey. Never forget LT's legendary pregame speech before the Jets beat the Pats in the playoffs in the 2010 season. And, of course, our guy C.J. Mosley, a C.J. Mosley signed helmet. Wow, another 10 spot here. Wesley getting us there. I feel like we're giving this away. Let's go.
All right, here we go, Jay. All right, here we go.
Let's go, Wesley. Put your hard hats on, people. We're giving away a Darrelle Revis helmet. Zach Tendler also in the Asmaniac raffle for 1. Matt, when you look at this game tonight, we know the Jets special teams has been excellent. We know the defense has played better, over the last, let's say, 3 to 4 games. I almost feel like the Jets' path to having a shot in this one is a similar game script to what happened in the London game against Denver. You got the boost from your special teams. Kane had a 74, I think, yard kickoff return in that led the points. You had that one turnover, the only turnover the defense has forced the entire season in that game. That led to more points. The best player on the team is very well might be Austin McNamara, whose punt in that game pinned Denver inside their own 5, which led to Michael Clemens making his best play in years, leading to that safety. But you just didn't get the quarterback play. So if we get a version of the London game, but either Glenn goes to Tyrod when appropriate, which he didn't do, or Fields just plays competently, I think there's a path for the Jets to hang around tonight. I'm asking for a lot, but that's why the Jets are in a spot where they're 12.5-point underdogs in the first place.
Yeah, no, that's a very fair point. And I like how you brought up the defense in Denver. That was the first time we really saw the defense step up, right? Like before that, they were giving up 30 points a game. And I think you're going to need a similar script, like you were saying, from that one in this game. And, Drake May is awesome. He's an MVP candidate, but he, can turn the football over. So you got to capitalize on that. And if there was ever a week to get your first interception of the season in week freaking 11, let's make it this week. I don't want to have this be a storyline for another week. My prediction, I'll go Jarvis Brownlee interception after he apologized for the gameplay that he had against the Browns.
And remember, no AZ Thomas tonight. He's in concussion protocol, so he's not playing tonight. Obviously, no Garrett Wilson. We don't need to ask Rich Cimini for that one. The Jets have ruled both those players out. So I will say, look, they probably need to force 2 turnovers realistically if they're going to win tonight. Like I feel like it's got to be probably more than 1, and it's a tall order for a team that has 1 turnover all year and they don't have an interception yet.
Yeah, it's bizarre. You're right. Either a couple turnovers or like another special teams touchdown, which feels like an unfair ask after the week they just had. Or like, I don't know, something weird. Something weird's got to happen. Maybe take a shot early in this game, right?
Yeah.
Like they're expecting you to come out and run the football. It's going to be a lot of underneath stuff with Justin Fields, but how about a play action deep shot to start this game offensively for the Jets?
Oh, I'd love it. And I think you're right about Mitchell playing tonight. Like, one, he almost has to with Garrett out. And two, like, what do we have to lose, man? Like, let Mitchell go out there, let Mechie play. Like, I don't need to see Allen Lazard. I'm sorry. Like, I don't need to see him have any role whatsoever. Reynolds is still on IR. So I think the receiving core tonight is probably Tyler Johnson, Arian Smith, A.D. Mitchell, John Mechie, and I mean, maybe Lazard would be active. Am I forgetting someone? Like, maybe he'd be the fifth receiver active tonight?
No, I don't. Maybe they just run with 4 at that point. They had him inactive last week, but Garrett Wilson started the game, so maybe with Garrett out. Did you say Isaiah Williams?
Oh, Isaiah Williams. You're right. Yeah, play
Okay.
Isaiah Williams over Allen Lazard.
Yeah, there you go. So that could be the 5th receiver.
What a room.
It's the best.
Omar Ochoa is in the raffle this morning. He's in for 1. We're 3 memberships away from the 30 we needed to give away this Darrelle Revis helmet at the end of the show. Keep that in mind if you're just tuning in for the first time today. I'll be live this afternoon with Dylan Terraman, and then we'll be live after the game tonight, reacting to the Jets and the Patriots. Matt's got to run in just a few minutes, so let's squeeze in a call or 2 before then. And let's say hello right now to Troy, who starts it off. What's up, Troy?
Hey, Jake. Hey, Matt. Hey, I've got a few questions here.
Sure.
You kind of answered the first one. I was just going to ask about the Fields. Is he going to be on a short leash, you think? And then Myles Garrett, when he got his 6 sacks, do you have any idea where he was lining up, which side he was lining up on, and who's going to favor from that? Would it be JJ or Will?
You're talking about when Myles Garrett played the Patriots. Where did he line up?
Yeah.
My understanding is he lined up everywhere, including inside in that game.
Okay. Yeah.
He beat Will Campbell a lot, though, so it'd be nice if Jermaine Johnson and Will McDonald could do the same tonight.
Yeah, I think that's the side that Will's on is Will Campbell's side, isn't it? Usually lining up on.
He's their left tackle, so
that'd be JJ's side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think about the Glenn situation with the interviewers and just not even being able to call out a starting QB? Is he the only one that doesn't do that?
He's the only one that is playing this game consistently, Troy. With now, I'll tell you what, because we hit on it earlier with the Garrett Wilson, Samini stuff. But if Glenn really wanted to pull a fast one on New England, you start Tyrod tonight. There's your competitive advantage that he's actually talking about. Because I'd imagine Vrabel's preparing for Fields. It's a short week. You got a Tyrod that might actually catch the Patriots off guard until they adjust on the fly.
Yeah, could you imagine the tweet from Connor Hughes at like 7:00 tonight and be like, sources say that Tyrod Taylor is actually going to be the starting quarterback? That would be a surprise. That would catch me off guard. I think on a short week, everyone, and especially after the 2 wins, the expectation is Justin Fields is going to continue to go out there. But man, like we've said it, 3 of the last 4 games, he's had under 60 yards passing. It's just not competitive, unfortunately.
It is most definitely not. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a game day. So this guy is going to tell us how the Jets will win tonight. You know he's going to find a way to spin it like it's possible.
Get ready for Neil. He will make 13 points about the New York Jets and maybe hump a Patriots jersey. Get ready for Neil. He's probably smoking a big fat cigar and burning his house to the ground. That's Neil.
What's up, gentlemen?
Game day. Neil.
That's it, baby. It's game day. Wow. Let's hope my humping of that Drake May jersey, he remembers that from last year and still have a pain in his ass when he comes on the field tonight. You know, maybe he's going to think, God, I remember I had a lot of pain in my ass that game at MetLife. Maybe I'm going to feel it again today and have a bad game. Maybe this could be a trend. Maybe it could be a trend, my friend. We never know.
We need it, Neil. We need it.
We sure do, guys. We sure do. You know, look, I was, you know, this is what I'm going to do to you all season, little bitches. Anyhow,
Take that, you pesky Patriots fans.
All right. You obviously don't want to hear my 13 points. You'd rather just play that clip.
I think the clip speaks for itself on Game
It certainly does, and I got a lot of shit on that clip, from a lot of people, particularly from my wife.
It worked that night, though. The Jets kicked their ass.
Yes, they did. That was, Jake, that was like the highlight of the last. That was as close as we ever thought we were going to get to having a really good season. I mean, that was an amazing day, right, Jake?
I left MetLife that night, and euphoric. I mean, they were 2-1.
It was unbelievable.
Rodgers played great. He looked healthy. He was moving around. The defense got stops. And
it was just the way we beat them up. I mean, we never beat up on the Patriots. When we win, it's overtime. It's sweat. It's guts. Your stomach is we just went through them like a buzzsaw. Yeah. I mean, after that game, we were 2-1, right, Jake? And we were we were on top of the world. It really was amazing. Anyhow, I'll keep it brief. I want for next year, just to let you know, I'll put this out early. I don't want any. I want us to draft a quarterback. I don't really. We all know that from what I'm hearing, and I love listening to BJF. He gives the most really his sarcasm and his approach to like different things and the way he says things. You know what I'm saying? It's like really funny. He's a funny guy. He has that dry humor.
He's great. Yeah. Love BJF.
You know what I mean? He has that way he approaches things. He says things that you just have to laugh. But
my favorite bit is when I don't know if you follow him on Twitter, Neil. I don't know if you're on Twitter, but he loves throwing in like the Jets wide receiver core is so bad, like they could line up Matt O'Leary out there and we wouldn't even notice the difference. Like he loves throwing in random Jets YouTuber or content guys in his tweets. It's so funny.
He's really amazing. But in fact, last night I woke up, I couldn't go back to sleep at 4 a.m. So I laid in a chair and I put his YouTube on from last night. I think he was on last night till like 12. I fell right asleep. It was like, a cure for insomnia, listening to all our Jet takes and, all the stuff we say. But anyhow, he likes the Mendoza and the guy on
Ty Simpson.
Alabama.
Yeah, Ty Simpson.
He goes, if we don't get those two guys, then really there's not much after that unless somebody obviously emerges. And neither of those guys, are really going to be somebody that we could hang a hat on. But again, it's a crapshoot and we never know. I want to focus on using this draft capital to capture somebody that's already in the league. And,
who?
Dak Prescott would really excite me, Jake. If we could squeeze away that Jerry Jones likes trading with us, maybe we could give him a haul for Dak Prescott and make him feel, especially if they burn out here at the end of the year and, Philadelphia overtakes them as they will. And, you never know. I think he might be in a rebuild mode. I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the year with him. I mean, a lot is still to come. And I will tell you something. The key with us is we have a great offensive line now. I mean, I'm not saying it's great, but let's just say now we'll have Membo year 2, Fashiono year 3. We still have these guys on low-cost contracts, right? We could get AVT on a 1-year deal. We could maybe get this kid from a center from the Ravens. If we get that line being a super, super top 5 line, then we could get an existing quarterback in the league and make him better because we could protect him. Even a Kyle Murray, we could protect a guy like that. I know everybody goes, oh, Kyle Murray. Look, Kyle Murray's best seasons, he's still 28 years old. He still threw for 4,000 yards at one point in his career, twice, I believe. And he doesn't turn the ball over a lot. And if you protect him, he could do something. I want somebody that's going to come out next year. We could use our capital. We could use our draft. Instead of getting a quarterback, we could go for a lower-end quarterback and take a shot with one and then we could focus on 27 for a quarterback and really take a shot with a guy like.
If you do that, I would still draft someone and take a chance on Murray, because Murray's not going to cost you all these first-round picks like Burrow or even Dak would. So,
what do you think? Dak would cost a lot of draft capital, Jake? What do you think?
At least multiple firsts for sure. Dak's a really good quarterback. He's in a situation with the Cowboys where, Jerry's Jerry. Their defense is now terrible, but like Dak's really good. I don't know if they would trade him though, Neil. And also Jerry Jones is like, I'm 80 something. Like, I know I only have X amount of time left. I want to win now. He's on the record saying that, like, within the last couple of months.
What about this Burrow talk? I mean, is that just a pipe dream? I mean,
make the call. Make the call. I don't see it. Matt, I know you got to run, so I'll get you out of here with this. Do you see any scenario where the Bengals would actually move Burrow, or Burrow would ask for a trade?
I don't think so. To me, it's more of a pipe dream right now. I would love watching him on the Jets. He'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, my God.
I would trade 3 first-round picks and then some if it meant we got Joe Burrow. I don't care about his injury history. I'll take my chance.
Right. And Joe Burrow's biggest problem is he's never had an offensive line. The guy has gotten sacked more than any quarterback in the league. Could you imagine? And I know, look, he doesn't want to come to – everybody says, he doesn't want to come to the Jets, yada, yada, yada. The reality is, who the hell wanted to go to the Patriots when they were 4-13 last year and gave up 450 points? The bottom line is they used their money. They had a huge haul to go after people in free agency, and they turned the team around. We could do the very same thing we're going to have a huge salary cap going into next year, and we have a solid offensive line and a couple of pieces that we could put together and really give a good quarterback a good offense, don't you think?
Fair. All fair. Now, Neil, I'm going to play you out the only way we can on a Jet game day against the Pats.
Oh, yeah, the dream season we've been waiting for is happening.
And one more for good measure.
Oh, take that, you pesky Patriots fans.
Look, I'm not against the veteran quarterback, Neil. You got to tell me what it would cost in draft capital and what the plan is. Like, if it's Burrow, obviously he's your guy. If it's Kyler, I still would like the Jets to take a quarterback this year. And if it doesn't work, you're in 27, going to be taking a QB then anyway. My preference, though, is for them to draft. Assuming Burrow's not available, I want a quarterback in the draft. But if they know that they're not going to be able to get one, or if they don't believe in these guys are worth trading up for, or they're just not in position to get one, then yes, we could explore other options. But I think it can't be Fields and a rookie. It needs to be some other quarterback brought in and a rookie. To me is my ideal scenario, assuming Burrow's not a legitimate option.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And, I'm comfortable enough with either Mendoza or Simpson. I like those two guys enough. It depends on where the Jets end up drafting. But, there's a scenario where if they win a few more games down the stretch that they won't be able to take one of those guys. I don't think you force it after that. But, it might be a scenario where you're looking for a stopgap and then trying to find your guy in 2027.
Matt, score prediction for tonight before we let you run.
Jets lose but cover 24-17.
Jets lose but cover. Wow, I like it. I'll sign for that right now.
Yeah, keep it close. That's my hope for tonight.
Love it. Matt, all the love. And we're almost a week away from the Big O'Leary wedding. And rumors are that Bobby Midnight is actually going to be officiating it. Is this true, by the way?
Untrue. Not confirmed. He will not be officiating. But yeah, next week will be like 3 days away at that point. So it's going to be a busy next week or so.
What crazy Jet story is going to break during Matt's wedding that we'll have to all go live for live at the wedding from?
It's going to happen. I can almost guarantee you that.
Unreal. Matt, enjoy the game later. We'll talk soon.
All right. Have a good one, Jake.
Matt O'Leary with us in his weekly spot. I'm going to get to more of your calls, but first, in honor of Jets game day. Amazing. The great Neil doing what he does. I have a whole part of this folder here of just Neil clips. Let's go. Yeah. All right, it is game day, folks. Will Al Michaels be awake throughout the whole game tonight, Neil? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. I don't know if Al's going to make it. If the game is not entertaining, he might fall asleep on the air, folks. Be aware. Boss Girl, didn't Neil start by saying he'd be brief? LOL, one of the greats. That's my favorite bit from Neil. I don't got a lot to say. He always has a lot to say. Let's see. This one's from Taylor. He says, I can't give memberships at work, but throw deep today. Keep them guessing. F the Pats. Taylor, you're in our Revis helmet raffle for 5 with this. And amen. F the Pats. I think the Jets got to be aggressive and take chances tonight. You have nothing to lose. House money. House money game. That's how you got to approach it. Some super chats, then right back to the calls, folks. Gusbuster hotline link is pinned. Remove the poll if you don't see it, and it will be there. R. Pessy says, Jets, 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 Jets. I have nothing further to add to that other than Dan says, Brees 2 touchdowns, Jets money line. That's the way we'd win. And Brees needs a big game tonight if they are going to win. I agree with that. The problem is the Pats are good against the run. Kashmir says, you guys agree with some analysts that say Membu has played like an all-pro? He was rated an A+ when they were doing midseason rookie grades. Well, who's they? But I think Membu's been outstanding. Yeah, he's been great. I've seen multiple draft people or people that study O-lines or people that just evaluate, who's had a good year, who hasn't, highlight Membu. He's been awesome. So I have no issue with that pick. I know some of them saying, we should have taken Tyler Warren or Loveland. Membu's great. And I think what's great for the Jets is that now when you look at the amount of first-round picks they have, right, going into the offseason, we know it's going to be 5 firsts over the next 2 years. We'll see how many that ends up being after the offseason. If they have to use some of that to trade for a veteran quarterback, do they use some of that to maybe move up to get their long-term answer? But Muji and Glenn have put together 5 firsts over the next 2 years. And knock on wood, right, because injuries unfortunately happen. The Jets should not have to use a single one of their premium assets, whether it be the first or their seconds, right? They have 2 second-round picks this year. They shouldn't have to use any of them on an offensive tackle. Now, could they use one of them on a center? Maybe. If they love someone and there's good value, or a guard, maybe. But you're set at offensive tackle. That is huge. It's hard to find offensive tackles. You can even take a guy in the first round, and they're usually not good as rookies. Andrew Thomas really struggled as a rookie. Now he's an all-pro. So Membu being this good already, I think, is really encouraging. Eli's in our raffle for 2. How many beers will be thrown at the Tom Brady statue? I got it at over 3.5. Are there a lot of Jet fans going to the game tonight? I know the Gotham City guys are going to be there. My guy Lou B and his crew are showing up. Good luck to any Jet fan going to that. I hope it's worth your time. Gavitt says, why is everyone up in arms about Ty Simpson? Can anyone answer me what QB from Alabama has ever succeeded in the NFL? Yeah, you might have heard of this guy. He won a Super Bowl with the Jets, Joe Namath. Are you familiar with the work of Bart Starr? Ken Stabler? Tua? Jalen Hurts? Mac Jones? They've had guys. Now, there's a big gap between Namath, Starr, Stabler, and then you get to, Tua, Jalen Hurts, and Mac Jones. I get that. And Mac Jones hasn't been great, but, he's playing really well for Shanahan right now. He was a first-round pick. Did go to the playoffs with Belichick for a year before it fell apart. Tua's been, at times, good. It's not great, but he's not a bust. He's just not worth the contract they're now paying him. And Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl MVP. Been to 2 Super Bowls. Now, I get it. He transferred. He finished his last year at Oklahoma, but he started his career at Bama the first 3 years now. Also, I'm sure I'll have to say this a lot throughout the offseason. What quarterbacks have ever been successful from insert school? The best quarterback in the league played at Texas Tech. All right. If we do the quarterback comes from this college and they've never had a good quarterback before bit, guess what? If we do that, you could do that for almost anyone, right? Ohio State, they've never had good quarterbacks they produced. Well, then C.J. Stroud came out and lit the world on fire, right? You never know. Joe Burrow, by the way, started at Ohio State and transferred. guys move around all the time now too. Like Ty Simpson is a rare example of a guy that actually paid his dues and sat for 3 years as a 5-star before getting a chance to start this year, which I like about him. And then there's also the guy that bounced around school to school, like Fernando Mendoza, started at Cal, transferred to Indiana. Like there's so many different paths now for quarterbacks because of the transfer portal and guys staying in school longer because they can make more from an NIL standpoint. So that's something you got to consider too. The evaluation process is way different. Like the Parcells model that he wanted, it doesn't apply in today's NFL. Like Bill Parcells wanted you to be a 3-year starter, start at least 30 college games, win at least 23 games, complete at least 60% of your passes, have a touchdown to interception ratio of 2-1, and be a senior so you graduate. You couldn't do that in today's NFL. It has to be modified. You just don't see that in the league anymore. But there's a saying in scouting, you scout the player, not the helmet. The Jets can't be looking at it like, oh, what quarterback has been successful from insert school? Like, the best guy in the league is from Texas Tech. The knock on Texas Tech quarterbacks was no one's successful from the air raid offense. But now the NFL has become way more like college as far as the spread systems and the lack of defense because you can't hit guys anymore and you have smaller linebackers. Like Lamar Jackson with the Louisville. What are they known for? They're known for basketball. Right? Jackson Dart went to Ole Miss. They had Eli Manning, and then, am I missing anyone that's come from Ole Miss since until Dart? I think you just need to identify the right quarterback and hopefully have the right infrastructure for him to succeed. That's coaching and that's roster construction, right? Sam Darnold was the right pick. He got failed by the Jet organization. Let's get to more of your calls now. Tommy's on the line. What's up, Tommy?
Hey, Jake, how are you?
What's up, Tommy?
I just need to beat the Patriots, man. I hate the Pats so much. I can't do this praying for a loss this early in the season. My take on that has always been until the team is mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, they need to win. I know it's never been done and it's not going to happen, but there's an outside path to the playoffs right now for this team. Obviously, they haven't played like a playoff team and they are not won by any stretch of the metric, but you go on a miracle run and it's possible. So I just can't do this, getting angry at wins, especially against divisional opponents. Like you have to beat the Patriots on a Thursday night. And I think, what you guys were talking about earlier is exactly right. You can't go to Justin Fields. If you want an advantage against this Patriots team, which by the way, we were better than a year ago, and now all of a sudden they're running the table again. Rebuilds don't need to take as long, as everyone has been saying that this rebuild needs to take, but you got to go to Tyrod. I think you got to surprise this staff and just try and get something going early.
I think when it comes down to things, like I'm with you, beat the Patriots. Like it's never bad to beat them, especially in November, to your point. And then your second point, Tommy, I think is spot on. If you wanted a real competitive advantage, Tyrod Taylor starting would do that. It at least would be an initial shock. Maybe you could get an early lead in this game and buy yourself some time to hang around.
And I think part of it is with like the Justin Fields thing. It's a little bit vindicating back when we had Zach Wilson, because like Justin Fields was probably the other pick if we didn't go with Zach. And he's been like just as bad, if not potentially worse than Zach Wilson ever was. Right. So I think for me, it's kind of vindicating that like, okay, I think we were kind of just cooked no matter who we picked at that number 2 spot. So it's a little bit better. I mean, obviously there's the Sam debate to that as well, but it really seems like there really wasn't a better number 2 pick unless we decided maybe Mac Jones. But, I think part of that is just Shanahan being as good as he is and San Fran that kind of fixed him.
But that just shows you how important coaching is, right? Like you got to,
for sure.
Like that's why it's tough to know if Tanner Engstrand's incompetent or is it just Justin Fields? Is it partly both of them? Because I've been critical of Engstrand for not calling enough, I think, plays designed for Fields to showcase what he does do really well, which is run and make plays. But is that Fields just not being willing to put his head down and go run and do it? Or is it like it? That's why I would like to see Tyrod play, because at least you call a normal offense with Tyrod and we could get a feel for the play caller. And maybe just as important, do we have receivers that are here beyond Garrett that we could count on for next year? Could Mechie or Mitchell be a part of this on the roster next year? What about Arian Smith? We used the 4th round pick on him. Could we get him going a little bit? Is there a way to do that? I don't think we get the answers when Fields in half his starts is under 60 yards passing.
No, it's not feasible. I like what I've seen from Angstrom this year. I think he's had like the rookie coordinator growing pains, but overall, the screen pass that he had last week, I loved it. It was a perfect play call, and obviously, and ended up being crucial for us. I love what he's done. I think he's limited by this quarterback situation. And I mean, I'm no film analyst, but I feel like there's been a couple of instances, especially in short yardage situations, where it seems like Fields is checking to a play that's maybe out of a design quarterback run or something like that, and it's running something predictable and we get stuffed. So I think it's really hard to say for Angstrom like how good he really is, because he hasn't had a quarterback, which obviously is the most important position in the NFL. So it's tough to say. I would go with Tyrod tonight, and we just need to beat what's probably going to be a slugfest. You got to hope it's a slugfest, right? You don't want to go out and get killed on Thursday night, especially with Al Michaels, who sounds like he's asleep halfway in the third quarter if it's out of it. That just makes it so much more demoralizing, especially if it's the Patriots.
You just don't want to be embarrassed. And it's like, remember the last time the Jets were in prime time, everyone saw the London game, and Glenn was so bad in that game. I'm getting texts from people I haven't heard from all year that don't follow the Jets, right? That are like, wow, Aaron Glenn is like, I don't want to go through that, man. It's going to be a miserable experience for everyone if they get embarrassed tonight.
No, every time they're on the national stage, you get like the most boneheaded takes from all national pundits who haven't watched the Jets all year that decide to put their 2 cents in. Dan Orlovsky, I think, was kind of one of the worst critics of this. Before he called some game and he was like, Aaron Glenn, wow, the night before, and then they went out and got embarrassed. It might have been the London game, actually.
That was the Miami game, because he called the game on Monday Night Football.
That's right, on Monday Night Football, yeah. And then he spent like the 2 weeks after, kind of leading the charge against Aaron Glenn and how, he's terrible and this Jets team is awful and they're set, they might not win a game. It's like you just said you were impressed by him 2 days prior in your coach's call. So I think a lot of that, that's just the national media, especially when it comes to the Jets. Everyone loves to punch on the Jets. Everyone loves, to make them the laughingstock of the league. And the Jets give them plenty of ammunition. It's not like they're reaching for things. It's easy to look in front of you, but I just don't want to deal with this national attention again. Go out there, shock the world, beat the Patriots, and be 3-8 or 3-7, and just have a shot here.
I'm with you. Now, Tommy, have you called before?
I did one time last summer for like a minute or two, back when the Patrick Mahomes visiting the Jets tweet kind of resurfaced. But other than that, no.
Well, you're a great caller, man. You got to call it in some more, all right?
Appreciate it. I love watching the show. It's hysterical.
Appreciate it, Tommy. Well, enjoy the game tonight. Hopefully, if they win, we hear from you soon, all right?
Hopefully they will. I need it.
No, we all do, man. Great call from Tommy there. So Rick Kent corrected me here. He goes, London game was early in the morning, prime time, 8 to 11 Eastern. Prime time, I mean standalone, right? Like only game on, everyone that's a football fan is watching, right? Like we all got up this past week. I mean, I was on the radio during it, but I had it on the TV in front of me. We all were watching the game in Berlin between the Colts and the Falcons. Standalone. So just don't embarrass yourself tonight, folks. That like, you know what I mean? Look like a football team that's prepared. Play hard. And if the Jets do win, we're lurking, baby. I want to lurk. Aaron Glenn needs to show this graphic to his team in the locker room tonight. Say, gentlemen, tonight, we lurk.
I'm gonna do my silly dance, cuz yeah, feels like shit. We'll have a quarterback playing. Rich has all the answers. So you should act Dick Cheney. Our team is lurking.
I want to lurk tonight. Let's go. Comments, questions, super chats. Reminder, join the Patreon. That's the best thing to do if you love the show, because you get access to the Discord. You get your name in the intro. You find out about upcoming events before the general public, and you get 20% off every item in my merch store year round. Year round. Plus, I am going to be adding something exclusive for Patreon members that I'm excited to talk about in more depth next week. But it's going to be exclusive for the Patreon crew. One thing I do want to share with everyone is who recently signed up for the Patreon because we always shout you out on the show when you sign up. Robin Boy Wonders, welcome. Jet Set Go, renewed for the year. JJ Vittori, Craig Nestle, Dan Mancini, and William Arnold. I want to thank you guys for supporting the show. Just go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. This one's from Bino, who says, I'm in Connecticut now. My brother-in-law invited me to watch the game. All Pats fans, I'd rather stick dry toothpicks through my eyeballs. God. You couldn't pay me to watch the game with Pats fans. That sounds like a nightmare. You made the right choice. Spencer Green says, Jake, why didn't you push back on Corbet's take on the media? I did push back. I said the criticism of him is this, and he explained it. It's an interview, Spencer. I'm not trying to be combative with Wayne Corbett. You know, I asked him the questions. He can answer how he wants. I thought it was a great conversation. Wayne knows my thoughts. He referenced it. He goes, I always love hearing your thoughts on the team. Great interview with Wayne Corbett. For those who haven't watched it, I put it on the channel. If you're a channel member or Patreon member, I gave it to you yesterday early, but it is up. So check it out. We covered a lot, including the fact that Wayne's number 80 is never issued, but it's not technically retired. It is time for the New York Jets to officially retire Wayne's number. It basically already is. Now, when I asked Wayne about it, he deflected, said, Mangold should be the number retired. And he's right. Nick Mangold's number should definitely be retired. But also, Wayne Corbett's number 80, no one wears it. So it should be retired. It's like I said during the interview with Wayne, it's like the Paul O'Neill thing with the Yankees. The Yankees never retired O'Neill's number. And anytime a new Yankee would wear number 21, I remember LaTroy Hawkins wore it, and the fans were booing him for picking that number. You know what the Yankees eventually did? They stopped issuing it, and then eventually they retired it, which should have been done years prior. Corbett's number should be retired. If you think about Jet history, Namath, Maynard, they're both retired numbers. Klecko and Martin, they're both retired numbers. Dennis Bird's retired. Corbett's number 80 is not issued. It should be retired. He's an all-time great Jet. Played his entire career with the Jets. He's from Jersey. Went to school on Long Island at Hofstra. He's a Jet. Like, he is Mr. New York. Like, he's our guy. He still works for the Jets. He's their ambassador. He goes to all the events. You know, someone texted me, I've never seen Wayne Corbett not wearing Jets gear. I go, it's true. Like, Wayne is a Jet. And if you're not going to issue his number, right, it should be retired. More calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a game day. So let's get ready for a little game day Kyle Clifton.
What's up, Jake? How are you?
Hello, Kyle.
I'm doing well. So I understand the slowness because these numbers don't grow on trees, but absolutely, if anyone is going to be retired, it should be Wayne's number. Great Jet. I treasure the ball I got yesterday. It's going to be as soon as I get a glass case, it'll be in a place of prominence in my office. Although that wall art, as soon as Mrs. Clifton gets home, she sees that, she is going to flip the frick out.
Go on Amazon for a case, by the way. Good deals there.
Okay, awesome. I don't really love our chances tonight. I think I put in a parlay. I teased the points up to 14.5, and I have Mason Taylor with 3 catches with 1 over 10 yards. We'll see if that pans out. You know, I'm glad to have something to watch, and you know, we can evaluate the players, and not expectations are at an all-time low. But about the draft, like, the one thing I keep on coming back to is if we have the opportunity to get a guy like Arvell Reese, we have to at least consider it, because I think that he might be a guy that as a pro that could be better than both Sauce and Quinnen was. It's just, and on a fresh contract. So if we're trying to reset the timeline, if the quarterback isn't there, I don't want to force it, right? Like, I understand, like, if you identify the guy, whether it's Simpson, Mendoza, or if you like both of them, you go up and you get them. But if you're saying to yourself, well, this might not be our year, there are plenty of good consolation prizes, and I wouldn't put Reese or some of these other guys in that category that are available at the top of this draft. The one thing I'll say about what kind of came up before about a center, later in the round, what I'm hearing is that this draft is not great for interior offensive linemen, and I'm kind of reticent to spend first round capital on those types of guys anyway. It's obviously if there's a guy who's a game changer, you make an exception. But I think that's more a spot where we might take a wide receiver or a safety. And that's just how I think the draft works and how it's going to happen to fall this particular year. I'm curious to what your thoughts might be on that.
I like some of those players you mentioned. I just think their biggest goal is going to be quarterback first. If they don't love the quarterbacks, then there's the conversation of doing maybe what the Giants did, where they took Carter because he was too good to pass up, and they traded back into the first round for Dart. We just assume, by the way, that these quarterbacks are going to go right away. Didn't we do that about Shador and he fell? Like we don't actually know yet. Like, what if one of these guys starts to slip and then the Jets are like, now's our opportunity to package our first that we already have from the Colts. Let's say it's in the mid-20s. Use that and a second and move up 10 spots and get our quarterback at 15, Like, I think that's possible too. There's so many scenarios.
Even Dart, people thought he'd be a top 10 pick, top 15 pick, and he fell.
He fell to 23 or 24. Like, he slipped. That happens a lot in the draft.
So now that you have two seconds and you have future picks that are out that you probably don't care that much about, if you think you've identified your guy, then you can go up into the back of the half of the round or whatever.
Agreed.
I appreciate your time, Jake.
Kyle, always a great call. How's the weather outside? Cold?
It's beautiful. I've got my hat on and my sweatshirt on, my beautiful blue sweatshirt that I got as a gift from my brother and sister-in-law, but it is I'm also in shorts, so it's a little inconsistent, my dress today.
Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Clifton.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
Hugs for everybody. Hugs for all. Ladies and gentlemen, it is game day. And tonight, we get after those Patriots scumbags.
Oh, take that, you pesky Patriots fans.
Comments, questions, super chats. You guys know the rules. They cut the line. Appreciate everyone who is tuned into the show. Let's get back to your calls right now. But before we do, another reminder, Darrelle Revis signed helmet is the raffle prize for this show, barring we get 2 more memberships. We're at 28. You know what? I'm going to give one myself right now. So we're only going to need one, and we're guaranteed to raffle it away at the end of the first show today. So who's going to get a membership from yours truly? We're going to find out momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been gifted. Jay Long, you are in the raffle courtesy of me. Congratulations. You're now a channel member. More calls, shall we? Time to say hello to this guy.
Scott calling in. Whoa, what's the matter? What the hell is that?
What's up, man?
Hey, Scott.
What's going on?
Living the dream, Scott.
2-7, 2-8.
But tonight, 3-7.
Oh, man. Just not the destruction. This dismantling of us, you know it from all levels. D-line, ends, containment, not the edge, just containment. And
box manipulation, I think, is key for the Jets tonight, Scott.
If you blitz him, he's really good because he understands, like, okay, they're coming, so I got one-on-ones, boom. Uneven pressure, he's got a problem with that. You gotta have gap and a half for responsibility defensive line. You gotta maintain it. You have to. No choice. You can't bite for stuff with play action pass. You can't do that. What do linebackers do or DBs? Look, no, get depth and expand across the NFL. It's the same thing. It's a copycat league. It's no different. Make Dre work the entire field. Offensively, shit. Good luck. We're not using our quarterback properly, in my opinion, which is nothing, but we're just talking about it. Right? Why don't you just have fields like Lamar Jackson, Mahomes? A couple other people can do it athletically. Just go back 10, 12 yards. Just run back. Hey, you don't know what you're seeing. You need time to see it. Okay, let's do it. Just run back. You're that athletic. If you don't see it, it's fight, flight, or actually freeze. He's that athletic. He can handle it. It's not being used. It's not even close. It's not NFL standards, guys. It's not. No way. Explain to me how, okay, GM wise, Sauce Gardner and Q deal, very good. Can't complain. And a second round pick for the Q deal. Yep.
Hey, Scott, Dylan says there's too much energy on this call. You got to take a chill pill.
Oh, sorry, Nate. What
Gator
else?
says, Scott, you're a national treasure. So glad to see you've been released, albeit on parole.
Only underneath Gator's watch.
Pat says, so much wisdom. Thank you, Scott.
My pleasure.
Boomtown says,
About
uneven
nothing, but
pressure
yeah.
on the box.
Well, I didn't catch that. What?
Little uneven pressure on the box.
Yeah, because if you just blitz somebody, even if it's from the A or B gaps,
Right.
instead of working high and working outside, you always work high. You blitz, the safeties have to come down like an NBA pivot 1, 2, 3 on one side, 1, 2, 3 on the other side. And where the hash marks are, half the field and a half. That's what you work. And you know that. If you make those guys dissipate, they have to move. And not in a beeline. You got to make them shuffle the feet and go to something actually different. That's number one. So expand, make the defense down and distance score. Yep. But you got to make the defense. They're going to give up something. They have to.
Jets, 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 Jets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the game plan.
Yes. And if you want to be physical, be physical. But the problem is, we're not going to score points. So you can't have your defense on, but how are you going to score points with who? Get Brees out in the slot, wide receiver. If you're going to go 5 and put Brees out with no protection, you better block Olu and Membu and Titman and Kyle and everybody and Tip. You got to block 5 on 4. There's no way that you. That's why you got a tight end. He's got to chip or help out, but he can't be the guy that's going to chip and screw us in the passing game.
Let me ask you this. What's your favorite kind of chip? You Doritos guy, Fritos, like a little sour cream and onion from Lay's?
No, I don't eat chips.
Salt and vinegar?
I hate chips.
Really?
I love them. I just can't touch them.
What about little chips and dip, though? What's your go-to dip?
Black bean, salsa, spicy.
Little sour cream?
A little bit, but spicy.
Well, what about spinach and artichoke dip?
A little bit of lemon and basil.
Boomtown wants you on the Jets coaching staff. If Aaron Glenn called you, would you be open to joining the staff in a role to be determined?
No. Consultation, possibly. Just to talk, but no.
What if he's like, Scott, your expertise is needed to help turn things around?
No. Because it's not going to listen between the GM, Muji, Woody, and who has the power final say. That's what's most important. The final say. You
Well, but
can't
they
be
want
like,
your suggestions. They want your perspective, and they're going to consider it as they put together the game plan,
Okay.
not just for the season, but for the off season ahead.
Okay. All the draft picks. Who's our core talent that's going to be secured for the next 2 to 3 years with franchise tags and secondary tags? That's one. Who's long-term contracts? Who's my quarterback? I can import that. I got the draft capital. I got space. I got draft picks. I got second-round picks. I got 3 of them. Who in the right mind, if I have the right talent around me, you can say like, okay, I bring in Burrows or I bring in like Stafford for like 1-2 years, like you did with Rodgers. Who's around it?
We're not a Stafford away from winning, so I wouldn't do it.
Oh, not even close. I'm just saying, you have all these draft picks. Even if you build, I got a D tackle, I got a middle linebacker, I got a wide receiver, I got an interior guard. With all these 5 draft picks, if you don't pick the quarterback, and the quarterback says, "Hey, with the right coaching staff and the right quarterback coach in this environment, I can win." We have everything you ever wanted in a lifetime to do it. The cap space for 2, 3, 4 years, all the cap space, all the picks. You want to be in
Scott,
this?
Bill Parcells had a philosophy when it came to quarterbacks during his time. Do you have certain draft rules for the quarterback spot that you like to apply to your analysis?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Whatever the defense gives you during that moment, the pulse, the structure, what are you looking at? What are you thinking about? Protection wise first. And how am I going to have my receivers open? When are they open? Inside leverage, outside leverage, my safeties, interior defense. That's first and foremost. Defensive line, who's the major problem? Start with that. D tackles, there's 2. I got 3. Center, 2 guards. Where are we moving? My tackles got the defensive ends or the exterior edge. What's my running back doing? On either side, he's got to block. If he's on the right side, he's got to understand, okay, big boys block big boys, or the perceived threat up the middle first and then outside. Even on the other side, he's got to understand to block that. And that's
Jay
why
says you're putting him to sleep. Can you wake him up a little bit?
call in, wake me up. I'm an energy vampire. Sorry.
Let me bring on JJ. He'll get the people going. JJ, how are you?
JJ.
Yo. Hey, listen. So right now, y'all see what I'm doing? I'm wearing my Jets stuff. I'm playing with the Jets. I'm playing the Colts right now. You feel me? Brees is about. Let's see this Brees run real quick. Y'all see? Oh, okay. I didn't do nothing. I'm trying to play with one hand and talk to y'all. But listen, I'm telling y'all right now, I don't know if we're going to win today, but I think the Jets are going to show us what they're made of, what they got. I think this is a turning point in the team's history. We're going to look back at today and be like, this is when it turned around for the Jets. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pumped up. Aaron Glenn, he's starting to grow on me. I still think he should be fired at the end of the year unless we win out. But, hey, this game is going to be a statement game. Either we find out that he's the real deal at coach, or we confirm what we think we already know. With that being said, I think that my boy Justin Fields, he's going to have a good game today. No Garrett Wilson out there to distract him. For some reason, he plays better when Garrett's not on the field. So I'm ready to see this game plan, and I'm pumped up, man. Everybody who thinks that, oh, we need to just tank, we need to just lose so we can get a draft pick. We don't even know if Ty Simpson or Mendoza are coming out. And to be honest with you, I don't care. It's not about the draft picks. It's not about the draft picks. Because you can, like Jake always says, you have to execute on the pick. So the pick is going to be the pick. That's going to be the pick, man. It don't matter if we have the first overall pick or we have the 31st overall pick. Which the day we have the 31st overall pick will be a good day, because that means we probably, or the 32nd overall pick, that means we probably won the Super Bowl. But either way, you still got to pick and evaluate who you like, and we can't be thinking tank for Mendoza.
3. Oh.
What was that?
Just saying hi. What's up, JJ?
Anyways, how you doing today, man?
I'm all right. What's going on? I mean,
just playing a little Madden. You play any video games?
I play Heroes. World War II Heroes.
What's Heroes? Oh, you were in World War II? Thanks for your service.
No. But anybody who was first responders, medical, always first. Thank you and foremost.
No, I agree with that. What do you have planned for the rest of your day?
I got another lifting session. We got the Jets coming up.
Do you like night games, or do you like 1 o'clock Sunday football?
See, here's the thing. I like the elements. So I like about a game time start at 3 o'clock. The lights come on. It gets windy, a little bit of snow. Yeah.
Everybody's making fun of me in the chat because I asked you if you fought in World War II, and they're telling me that you're only 40 years old, as if I can't clearly see that. And like I didn't know that World War II was in the 35?
No, it's a video game. I'm 50. That's it.
No, I know. I was making a joke, but my
no, it's cool.
Sense of humor doesn't translate well through this TV show, so everyone thinks I'm just a mean jerk all the time.
No, I get it, dude. It's always cool. Listen, no disoffense for anything.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So what's your take? So you, I mean, I don't look at our organization and say, we win this game, we get this draft pick, we get, 15 to 25. I said all that shit. There's no way we're going to fucking win anything. You need an offensive coach that has a quarterback coach that says, hey, this is my man when I'm not here.
Do you like Cliff Kingsbury? People are saying that he's probably going to be the next Giants head coach. What do you think about him?
I haven't looked at it that much, but I'll say this is my point. And look, I'm darker skinned, so are you. I don't know if John Gruden can come back into the league with what he said 10 years. I mean, is there a lawsuit? Is he allowed to coach? I mean, I don't know if I want him. Maybe. No? Yes?
Is there a lawsuit for, what did he say though, particularly against us dark skinned people?
But didn't he say something like a decade ago that was racist?
Listen, I don't know. I thought he used a bunch of gay slurs. I didn't know.
Yeah.
What did he say that was racist?
Okay, whatever. But what I'm saying, I don't know if he's going to be instituted or who wants him back. I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying I want.
I don't think he should go back, because when he came back in the league with the Raiders, he was there for 3 seasons, and they performed under 500 every year. And then as soon as he got fired, they made the playoffs. So I don't know. I don't think he was that good of a coach. I mean, he's been out the game for way too long. I don't see the amusement with him. I want Mike McCarthy. Or I want Ryan Day out of Ohio State. Now Jake is going to disagree. He's oh, what college coach? And I don't care, Jake. I don't care. He'll be the first.
I want them both.
Who
That's
you want,
my
Ryan
point.
Day and Mike McCarthy?
I want the best offensive people and I want the best defensive people. I want the best medical people. I want the best scouts. I want the guy. Apparently, Aaron Glenn gets into Woody's head.
Let's get brick up.
And he has the power.
How do you feel about
that's number one, dude. Don't forget the quarterback and all that stuff. You can build everything with these draft picks and have an awesome kick-ass team. And I don't have a quarterback. I got cap space. Bang. I'll give up a couple more draft picks, but I got the cap space to do it because that's what's going to take. But you better have enough talent offensively, defensively, interior, tackles, defensive ends, safeties, free safeties, D-backs. You better have enough.
How do I turn the camera on? I want you guys to see what's going on in my Madden game right now. All right. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Facing. Okay, let me show y'all something. Let me show you. Is it working? Come on. Okay, watch this. Watch this, right? This is what's about to happen tonight. Watch what I'm about to do with our quarterback. Just watch. Trust me, Jake. This is good TV. This is good TV. All right. Y'all ready? Hold on. Just watch and learn. This is what we have on the team, and we need Taylor Anstrand. What's his name? Taylor Anstrand. We need him to unleash this. Justin. Oh shit.
Now there's a gas station over here. I'm gonna go get some pizza and see if they have any butter to put on it.
Thank you to JJ for the live reenactment of what's coming tonight with that one. Jeez. What a call. Scott, great job. Great insights as always. I think if the Jets call you, though, you should take a job with them. We could use you. Ladies and gentlemen, while that madness was going down, our guy Frank P., one of the all-time greats, just came in with a 20 spot of channel memberships for the people. And in honor of Jets Pats, let's give you something that will make you feel good about a time when the New York Jets went into Foxborough and beat the crap out of the Patriots in the playoffs. The head coach was this guy.
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. You tried to throw him away, but this man's coming back. Sometimes he's fat or thin. That waistband makes him slim. He's got the fix you need. They call him sexy. Rexy.
Fuck Gruden, he's no Jet. I'm here to crack some skulls. I'll turn these boys to men. This team is stacked with pros. Hire me, you won't break your purse. I'm here to break the curse. They call me sexy. Rexy. Fuck all you naysayers.
Ooh, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy.
It's raining memberships, baby. Courtesy of Frank P., Rowan Marshall, J7 Truther, Mario Ranieri, Romero Atru Heelhart, Scott Creeps Me Out, Jonathan Rapp, Daniel Diaz, JJ Sucks at Madden, Ripple, Joey Bad, Alan Has Gonorrhea, Jason Del Monte, Mark Baylor, Nick Campo, Kyle Roeder, JJ, you're terrible at Madden, bro. What are you doing? Jets Reaper, Tony S., Eric Andy, EL, Justin Fields Truthers are worse than Wilson Truthers, Agent Orange, all receiving a channel membership. One more, EC3 also got one. So, Frank, you're the man. Thank you for supporting the show, my friend. We got you down for a chance to win a Darrelle Revis. That's right, Darrelle Revis helmet at the end of the show. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. All right. Things are happening here, folks. R. Pesci is in the raffle for one. Thank you. Black Gypsy is in the raffle for one. Thank you, Mr. Gypsy, whose new intro was a huge hit in the community. And Black Gypsy, number 2 in the power rankings, which we posted yesterday. We aired it live during the second show. and we posted it as a members only and Patreon video afterwards. Black Gypsy number 2 in the rankings. Mad Max number 1. What a month October was. Ricky NY wants to know, is AD Mitchell playing tonight? I'd be shocked if he wasn't, Ricky. I mean, Garrett's out and they need him to. Like, they have no other option. And he probably is going to have to make a play or two if they're going to win. Let the evaluation begin. But if Fields stinks, can we even evaluate him? Fields can't even throw downfield. Can we even evaluate him? That's the problem. Jason Warfield is in the Asmaniac raffle for 1. Thank you, Jason. All right, we're going to get right back to your calls now. Joining us right now is this guy.
Sex toys.
Hey, Jake. How you doing,
Hello,
buddy?
Rob. How are you? Happy game day.
Happy game day. Even though I think it's going to be bad tonight, I think we're going to get our ass kicked. But I like to be optimistic like Neil, my Kumba there. But he did make some good points, Jake, about our line and going to possibly, a quarterback with experience. But that doesn't still detract from going from this man right here, Mr. Mendoza, because I'm tooting my horn for Mendoza. That's the guy who I have the confidence in. Any guy who comes back in games like he did, even though he didn't have a good game against Penn State, but the way he was able to, in crunch time with 2 minutes left in the game, just march down the field like that, Jake, you got to be impressed. That's a guy who I think would be ready for New York. The bright lights and so forth. And just the way he went into Oregon and just, stopped their winning streak there. I mean, it takes a special quarterback to do the things that he's doing. Granted, you brought up that list with 11, 12 quarterbacks that Orlowski put up last year. So I really don't want to hear about 27 being a better year or this is going to be a greater year for quarterbacks. I think we're kind of tired of that. Would you agree, Jake?
I would like them to get the quarterback this offseason. I think waiting till 2027 is fool's gold in a lot of cases.
Totally agree, Jake. Totally agree. Let's take a swing this year. What's the worst case scenario, Jake? We go next year, we take another swing for 2027.
I would draft 2 guys this year. I would take someone in the first round, and I'll take someone on day 3 as well. I mean, the Niners did it. The Redskins did it. Like, why not?
Why not? But I'm just saying, even if they struck out with those 2, I'm saying we got 2027, another 3 more picks. Why not use it on a quarterback again until you get it right? Keep swinging until you get it right. Correct?
I agree. I mean, for the most part, right? Like, if we see enough signs of growth and development from the rookie, I don't know if they need to use one of their first again in 27 on him. But, I mean, you have that option. Like the Cardinals did it with Rosen going to Murray.
And you know what, Jake? Let's put in the right people here because the way it's looking, let's be honest here, the way it's looking, very minimum, Wilkes is probably going to be gone unless the last 8 games he does fantastic. So at the very minimum, I think our defensive coordinator is going to be one of the casualties that's going to go. So we're going to have to replace him probably. And how the heck, Jake, do we have a running backs coach, the quarterback's coach? Can we get in someone, a better mentor for our next quarterback / bridge quarterback? Can we get somebody with experience who has a name like they do with the Colts? Colts still have that guy Moore, right? I think.
He's with the Bucks now.
Oh, Bucks, excuse me. But someone like him, someone who's a quarterback guru, like a running backs coach. We keep doing these things backwards here, Jake. At the very minimum, all right, we hit goal with Banjo, Chris Banjo. He's sensational. Okay, very good. Tanner Amstrom, I'm in the middle. I mean, I see some good things about him. Right now, gun to my head, I would probably keep him only because of the ineptness of Justin Fields. So right now, I would still not get rid of Tanner. But if they bring in a quality, top-notch quarterback, being in the draft / even also a bridge quarterback, because I tell you, Kyler Murray would probably not be a bad bridge quarterback if we moved on from, obviously, Tyrod, and we moved on from Justin, and we threw in a Kyler Murray for a year while this rookie quarterback learns, I mean, that would look a lot better. I'd be a lot more confident, even if there was an injury or if Kyler Murray, started to show some flaws in his game and we could just jump right into the rookie or even buy time for 1 year with Kyler Murray until the rookie's ready. So I kind of like that idea that Neil says. It's a good idea. What do you think, bud?
I don't dislike the idea of Murray and still drafting someone, but I don't want them to be like, we got Kyler Murray, we're set. Like, I don't believe in Kyler Murray. He's always hurt. He's undersized.
No.
And I just don't think he's worth what you're going to have to pay him. Like, his contract's enormous.
Agreed. Totally agree with that. I don't think he's the future or anything. I think he's kind of bottomed out right now. What you see is what you kind of get. He can be really good at times, and at times he does not put you over the top. But he would be a better bridge if that's the role that he's in right now. I don't know if he's a number one quarterback on any other team anymore. He might not be. If that's the case, then I would take him as a bridge, is what I'm saying. Furthermore, I just wanted to say I don't have a good feeling about today. I hope we at least keep it competitive. Let's keep it competitive, guys. Let's not want to turn the TV off after the first half. I would love it if they started with Tyrod starting the game, Jake, because the thing started with Justin. He comes in there and we're already losing 14-3, and then we got to yank him and then put in Tyrod. I mean, why start behind the 8 ball? Just start off with Tyrod Taylor right away, is my opinion. Or else this game could get ugly. It could be like a 45-17 game, 45-24 game, which I don't want to see. So my personal opinion, I would start with Tyrod and put him in get-go and just bench Justin, because what you get from Justin is what you get. There's no a Ring of Honor or anything like JG saying or what Indy's saying, well, we didn't lose with him. I mean, but, you can't sit there and be content with 62 yards, Indy, either. That doesn't work, my friend. But
I would start Tyrod. I think Fields is going to start tonight, though, Rob. I hope the leash is really short, though.
Yeah. How short, Jake?
I mean, to me, if it was up to me, it'd be a quarter. But I think he'll probably get the half, assuming the game's within reach.
It's like they love starting behind the 8 ball. I don't get why you would just start off with him if the chances are, you're facing Vrabel, who's probably one of the best coaches in the league. We all wanted him, Jake. I mean, you and I, we were writing Vrabel from day one. I'm not surprised what he's doing. Well, a little bit surprised. It's even better than what I thought. But you know what? Why start behind the 8 ball? Just start Tyrod. I don't understand. What are you proving with Justin Fields? There's nothing more. He's not going to get better by just leaving him in there. It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. I don't get that. I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rob the Jet fan.
Women.
Speaking of Jet fans, the kid that hates the team is on the line. Hey, kid.
Excuse me.
More of your calls right now. Let's say hi to Taylor, who's next. Hey, Taylor.
What's up, Jake? How you doing?
What's up, man?
I disagree with Kyle Clifton's take about not forcing it, he says in the draft. Some like Arvell Reese or Caleb Downs, good players, but how disappointed would everybody be having all this draft capital and then we take a safety or a linebacker in the top 5? It's especially in supposed to be a good linebacker class, and you have 2 second-round picks. I feel like you can address it there. I just feel it's more about identifying the right quarterback, and then if you have to go get them, you do that. And the biggest obstacle, I think, is going to be the Raiders. I feel like everyone keeps forgetting the Raiders are going to be probably picking ahead of us, if I had to guess. And Geno shot. I think they're definitely going to be looking at a quarterback. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but. And then with this year's draft, the biggest disappointment, I think, and the biggest mess up that Glenn and Moochie made was you traded up and gave up your last pick essentially to get Tyler Barron. When I was a big fan of Will Howard coming out of school, and I'm like, imagine if we had Will Howard sitting on the bench right now. He probably wouldn't be. He probably would have been playing by now. But that would be instead of having Brady Cook, if it gets to that point finishing the year, I feel like that would be a much better option. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if they had someone. I'd like to see Brady Cook play at some point, though, Taylor. I would. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, of course you have to because he's the guy we got. And then also, I'm really mad at JJ right now because I think I'm with you. I think Fields is going to start because it's Glenn's guy. I would probably start Tyrod just to, try and give the Pats something they're not prepared for. But what's the difference preparing for them? But JJ really just kiss of death. I don't want to be competitive tonight. I want to win, and I think JJ just ruined it.
Well, here's the thing with JJ though. His takes are never consistent. He already wants Aaron Glenn fired, but then he called in this paper like, I really like him. It's like I like his personality. Great, but you think he's a terrible coach. And he says if they Jets lose one more game, then he wants him fired, which makes no sense because they're not going to finish 10-7.
Yeah, he has no idea what he's saying at all. Drives me up the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
I want to say that when I call in, I don't ever bring up other people, so I don't understand why people love to bring me up. But what's your grief with me?
No,
You're
I was
right.
saying because you said Fields was, you had to take at the beginning of the year. Fields should be a Ring of Honor. He's been dog shit, and now today you're saying he has 3 TDs. So I feel like you gave us very bad luck for the game tonight.
How did I give us bad luck? That makes no sense.
You're predicting Justin Fields to be good, which means he's
Yeah, I didn't predict anything last game, and we ended up winning. What difference does it make? You guys kill me just because. Let me ask you a question.
All right, don't get mad.
I'm not mad at you, but I'm just saying, just because I had high hopes for Justin Fields doesn't mean I don't know anything about football. I mean, the guy showed us results when he was in Chicago. He rushed for 1,000 yards. We haven't seen anything like that. We haven't seen him use his legs. He was 4-2 with the Steelers. We haven't seen him be as productive when he came to the Jets. Who is to say that he's the problem and it's not the Jets organization? We've literally ruined quarterback after quarterback after quarterback.
Well, that's the truth. But I don't
okay,
know, I feel
then.
like
So why are we blaming even Aaron Rodgers last year? Even Aaron Rodgers last year, who's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, looked dog shit half the year on this team. So I can't.
Fields was a good predominantly running quarterback, and now he's 27, 28 years old, and he can't run. He can run still clearly, but he can't run as effectively as he used to, and he can't take the hits anymore. So
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think they just don't have any design runs for him. And when they do have design runs for him, I mean, we've seen him. How many times has he been hurt this season?
The first time he took a bunch of hits the first 2 weeks, and then he had a concussion and was out and missed a week. And I think they would rather
he's missed
not
1 week. He's missed 1 week.
And then there was a whole thing with his leg contusion or whatever he had, and he said he didn't want to run.
Listen, man. Oh shit! Look at this! Look at this! Look at him! Look at him! Number 15. Go get a touchdown. What are we talking about? This is my team right here, man. Come celebrate with me, baby. Let's go.
JJ, I hope you're right. Honestly, I hope
touchdown,
right.
Jets.
I hope you're right. I'm not hating on you.
Yes, Jets. I'm not trying to hear no negative talk about the Jets, man. I'm not trying to hear it today. No, I don't care. I don't care, bro. Justin Fields, I don't care, man. Let's stop it, bro. I didn't jinx nothing, bro.
If he goes out and wins the game tonight, I'll call in tomorrow and be like, you know what, JJ, you're the smartest
Should I go for
guy
2?
I've ever met.
I'm not the smartest guy. Should I go for 2? All right, bet.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see how do I turn this camera around? Hold on.
What is happening right now?
Hold on.
Ring of Honor, JJ. Ring of Honor.
Hold on. Yeah, this for you. This for you, Glenn. This for you. This for you, Rob from Glen Head. This for you. Justin Fields, da 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 da. Justin Fields, da 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 da. Let's go. Who said I suck at Madden? Somebody was talking crazy to me earlier, saying I suck at. Was that Black Gypsy? Hop on the sticks, man. Stop talking about Justin Fields, man. That's Justin Fields, man. This is what we should have him doing. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. Come on, man.
Ring of Honor. JJ, Ring of Honor.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault. Call some design runs for the man.
I know.
Let's
It's
go.
not his fault. Hey, JJ, it's not his fault that he can't pass further than 60 yards a game.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Rob? How many times do we throw the ball? We threw the ball 11 times. My gosh. We didn't even throw the y'all mad that he threw for 50 yards. We only threw the ball 11 times. Let him air it out.
JJ, when he throws the ball, are you confident? Be really honest. You're confident. Come on. No, you're not. You're full of it.
Yes, I am.
He throws that ball downfield. You're scared, and you know it, buddy.
He don't throw the ball downfield, so I don't know how I feel. To be honest with you, I don't know how I would feel if he threw the ball downfield yet because I haven't seen him do it. Oh, I almost threw it. They almost
passes. Run. Play to your strengths. I mean,
I agree with you.
Correct?
I agree with you. Me and you on the same page, baby. We on the same page. All I'm saying is stop blaming Justin Fields for everything, man. This team ain't the team that we thought we had.
I blame the rest on Aaron Glenn. That's who I blame the rest on. I mean,
yeah, okay, so blame it on Aaron Glenn, man. Listen. If we win tonight, Rob, and Justin Fields has 3 TDs, what are you gonna say?
I'll come on and I'll sing his praises for that particular game. But you know what it is, JJ? It's consistency too, and you know it.
When I was in London, right?
Pittsburgh, he could look like Pittsburgh, but then he can look like the next game and he looks like dog shit. That's what I don't like.
That's true. When I was in London, the British fans, they like to cheer and they like to sing, and they were singing this song, and they went, Justin Fields, da 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 da. Justin Fields, da 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 da. Justin Fields, da 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 da.
I'm gonna do my silly dance, cause yeah, feels like shit. We'll have a quarterback playing. Rich has all the answers. So you should act Dick Cheney. Our team is lurking.
What a show this has been, huh, folks? All right, we're almost done here. Couple super chats. JJ in the raffle for 2, not the one that just called. JJ Vittori. Hey, Jake, what are your thoughts on Mason Taylor and Ruckert more involved tonight? Yes. Also, is Stone Smart just dead? Is he alive? I don't get it. He played in the preseason, scored a touchdown. Looked good. I went to a training camp practice, green and white scrimmage. He caught 2 touchdowns. I don't get it. He's like a big slot receiver. Play him. I don't know. I that's why I'm talking about we got to get the quarterback. We got all these picks. Our QB coach is a former running back, Charles London. I have no idea why he's qualified to coach quarterbacks. Tanner Engstrand at times is completely overmatched. Some of it I know is Fields, but really? I don't know. I don't think these game plans have been great. How long did it take them to call a screen for Brees the other day? We've been screaming about that all year. So, yeah, I would like to see more tight end usage. Use 13 personnel, 1 running back, 3 tight ends tonight. Why not? Put Ruckert out there. Put Stone Smart out there. Obviously, get Mason Taylor involved. Yeah, I'm all for it. I don't get it. The other comment from JJ here is also other JJ sucks at Madden. Jay Perez, whatever happened to our Puerto Rican friend? V-Man called in the other day. He's still around. Don't worry, Jay. Ralphie says, great Corbett interview, Jake. Thank you, Ralphie. Appreciate you tuning in. Forever Ron writes in, please, please, please beat the Pats. Show some self-respect for your fellow teammates, for the city, for the fan base, whatever it takes. Go Jets. Don't get embarrassed tonight, right? Don't let this be another same old Jets, nationally televised debacle. Don't let that happen. That's what I'm asking for. Obviously, I want to win. Screw draft positioning in November when we can beat the Patriots in primetime, but I just don't see it. I hope I'm wrong, though. Believe me, it'll be. I owe a listener. I owe Spencer Green $600 if the Jets win tonight. I would love to pay him that money. And if the Jets do lose, if the Patriots win, he owes me $100. So we use the FanDuel odds for plus 600 on the money line. And it'd be the happiest I've ever been giving away $600. You know? Happiest I've ever been. Quill Ross says Jets will pull off the win tonight. Anything is possible. From your lips to God's ears. Addie in the house. Addison says, lurk. Let's upset Robert Kraft. Hell yeah, I like it. We're lurking tonight, people. Tonight we win and then we lurk. We win and then we lurk. Taylor, I got you in the raffle for an additional 5. We're going to give away a signed Revis helmet coming up shortly here, folks. The last chance to enter. Ladies and gentlemen, Primetime Jets will close this out. Hello, Primetime.
Hey, what's going on? So I'm excited for tonight. Hopefully, I gotta work, but hopefully we get the dub. But like JJ, that was absolutely perfect what he did. He was really good with Justin Fields and Madden. Because it seems like Justin Fields is only good in Madden and fantasy football. And anything else in real life, he's not very good. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be I don't want to be the bad guy, but I think it's gonna be an ugly game for us offensively, unless magic strikes and we get super lucky. And I hope you win I hope we win. It sucks that you got to pay someone $600 for the Jets to win, but maybe that's what we need.
I'm happy to do it.
Yeah. And Justin Fields hasn't proved anything. I think we should start Tyrod Taylor tonight if we actually want to get a win. And we don't have Garrett Wilson's out, so we got Mason Taylor. He's got to go off tonight. I want to see some A.D. Mitchell. Let's see what he can do. We got to give him some targets. He should get like at least 7 targets tonight. And as far as Ty Simpson goes with the draft talk, he only has 9 starts in his college career. That's history shows us that's not enough time for most starting quarterbacks. He grew up in a coach's son background his whole life. He's been around a coach, so maybe that'll help speed up the process. But as far as a player, he reminds me way too much of Daniel Jones. And I know Daniel Jones is okay, he's solid, but like that's not getting me excited to tank for Simpson. Mendoza is like a young Joe Flacco, which isn't bad. I mean, they're decent options, but none of these options got me excited. I still say we stick with our guns and we draft Arvell Reese, get the next Michael Parsons, and we fuck shit up all year next year with Arvell Reese. Because we could have drafted Michael Parsons. We did it. We weren't supposed, like, I don't think anyone in that draft expected us to draft Michael Parsons. We drafted Zach Wilson. But if you could tell me that we could have drafted the next Michael Parsons, I would have taken him.
Yeah, but they needed a quarterback, and they believed in Zach Wilson. That's how it goes.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
In hindsight, if they could do it over, they either would have taken a player, right? You had Chase in that draft. You had Sewell in that draft. They had all these options. They could have traded out and kept Sam Darnold. That would have been the move.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just hope we don't get embarrassed tonight, and I also hope that it's just not like a Jets butt fumble situation because, in November, every time I think of prime time as a Jets fan, I always think about the butt fumble when it gets this close to this time of the year. So,
well, that was on Thanksgiving. That's why it was a big deal because everyone was watching.
Yeah, exactly.
If it happened in a random 1:00 game, I'm telling you, no one would care.
Oh, 100%.
The most overrated play ever. They were getting killed. That Jets team was terrible. They finished 6-10 that year. Like, it's the most overrated play in football. Like, people like, oh, the butt fumble. Like, the Jets were getting killed in that game already when it happened.
Yeah, Jets haters drag it. They always say that against us. They'll never let that go. But it is what it is.
Like, who cares? It meant nothing. It didn't happen in a playoff game or a big spot.
Yeah, I remember Sanchez about the 2009-2010. Those are the best moments of my life. Those were the best. When I was a teenager, those were like the greatest memories. One day we'll get back to that. So I'm always gonna be a Jet fan for life, no matter what. So, but Jake, have a blessed day, man. Take care.
Appreciate you, Mr. Primetime. Let's hope it's a game that we're not embarrassed. Competitive in. Ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for a raffle? Are you? because I am. Today, we're going to raffle away a prize we don't normally raffle at the end of a show. This is a weekly prize. In fact, it is the weekly prize this week, but I bought 2 of them for this particular game day moment, trying to manifest a Jet win. Ladies and gentlemen, right now it's time to give away a signed helmet by one of the greatest New York Jets of all time, Darrelle Revis.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
I meant to do this earlier, but we had some craziness on the show today. So I didn't get to acknowledge a Venmo that came in from one of our longtime listeners. The great Mike D's Nuts sent in a $150 Venmo because he wasn't able to gift today. So, Mike, I didn't forget about you. I have your entries in the raffle. I know you love Revis and you want a chance to win. So I got you in the Asmaniac raffle. Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of Mike D's Nuts, this is for you. D's Nuts. All right. Now it's time, folks. Hold on. Kyle Clifton at the buzzer here. At no point did I say take safety top 5. Reese is probably the top guy in the draft. You spend premium picks on guys who get the quarterback, protect the QB, and a quarterback. I don't disagree with that. And I know you didn't say take a safety in the top 5, Kyle. So hopefully that caller who said you did will go, he didn't say that. I still think the focus needs to be quarterback until proven otherwise. I mean, if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a shot. Anyway. Spencer Green. He says, let me try. Okay. I'm going to put you in, Spencer. You're in for 2. Boom. Again, good luck to everyone. But only one can win today. And that winner will be decided by the Wheel of Champions. If you win, you got to email me, asmanjake@gmail.com, your name and address so we know where to send. Hold on. Mike D's Nuts is watching. Says 10 more. D's Nuts. D's Nuts. All right, Mike, you're going to make me do some real work here. Love it. Thank you for your support. I got to copy and paste Mike D's Nuts name 10 times. Ready? All count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll make it easy by just copying and pasting 5 to come up with 10. Boom. Mike D's Nuts. You are in. All right. Anyone else? We good? I think we're good. Again, thank you all for your support. But only one Asmaniac can win. And your winner is... D's Nuts. He did it. He did it. D's Nuts. Hey, congratulations to Mike. He deserves it. Long time Jet fan. Hit it. Mike, I have your info. I'll confirm it with you, and we'll get that ordered for you later today, my man. Congratulations. Jason, I see that you tried to get in after the wheel was spun. So during the afternoon show today, you'll start our daily raffle series with already 2 memberships. So good luck in that one. Again, we're back this afternoon. We got Dylan Terraman coming on around 4:30, 4:45 start time. We'll take you right till game time, pretty much, or certainly close to it. And then I'll be live after the game, and we'll do our post-game show right away. So, again, thank you all who tune in, despite the fact that the team is 2-7. If you want more content today, great interview with Wayne Corbett is up on the channel, so you can watch the full thing if you want to hear from one of the best New York Jets of all time, Mr. Third Down himself. All right, I've talked enough. I'll see you guys in a few hours. I leave you with this. Sit back and enjoy greatness on a day the New York Jets are about to take on their most hated rival. Take it away, Neil.
Oh, take that, you pesky Patriots fans.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.